Welcome all. This is your friend Niveshak Bharat and welcome to our YouTube channel. So we will get started with our week ahead analysis for the upcoming week, how Nifty, Bank Nifty and other indices are expected to behave. And before that, first of all, wishing you all a very happy, prosperous and healthy new year ahead. And let's learn and earn together is our mission. So we should be able to carry that forward. So before we start off, it's a standard disclaimer that, okay, whatever we are going to discuss in this video is purely with an intent of educational purpose so that you can plan and your decision making efficiently. So before that, let me take you to my screen, get started. Okay, तो सबसे पहले हम लोग निफ्टी से स्टार्ट करते हैं. So last analysis which we did in episode 2, the Nifty has broken that upper trend line of the rising channel. So currently we have reached at 17,600, which was expected to be a very strong resistance. Now there are two possibilities for the upcoming week. या तो हम जो ये high है 79.25, which it was made in this week, the gone week, उसके ऊपर अगर we break this high also and next week, so then we are likely to head towards 18,200 and 18,600, which was the previous all-time high, can be tested if 18,200 is broken on the upper side. The second possibility, which can also happen, is कि 17,600 जो major resistance था, it ideally should, as per the law of polarity, it should act as a support. But अगर 17,600 on a lower side breach होता है, so we can still test this 17,120, which will be coinciding with the upper trend line. So it has exactly taken a support from 200 moving average. So these two possible outcomes can play out. Whichever direction is clarified next week, we can plan our trades accordingly. So Bank Nifty last week में जो है relatively it has shown some strength as compared to Nifty. So Bank Nifty ने 200 moving average से exactly वहाँ से support लिया है from a strong demand zone. Confluence of three things: 200 moving average as well as your strong demand zone. And from there it has also tested last week the very strong resistance. The multiple times in the past it has tested, and from there the reversal has happened. So again, 38,000 is a very crucial, key resistance or supply zone for the Bank Nifty. Once it takes this off next week, then we can see 39,000 and 40,000 on a upward side. But if the low of this candle, that is around 37,000, is broken, then we are likely to see and retest maybe this lower end of the channel. These are the two possibilities based on which direction price action confirms us, we can plan our trades. So metals में कुछ ज़्यादा change नहीं हुआ, but from the last time when we discussed, so metals maybe within the descending channel, it is at the top of the trend, top of this trend line, upper trend line. So here how the price action behaves, that we need to see in the next week. So if at all it is this high is taken off, if this high is taken off next week, then we are likely to see an uptrend resumption in the metals, and we can approach this higher trend line, that is 62,600 approximately. And again, if at all there is some sort of reversal spotted on a lower time frame next week on this thing, so we can again retest this trend line on the lower end. But nothing, it is at a crucial point, confirm the direction of the move. Nifty Financial Services is directly in correlation with what Bank Nifty has done in the previous week. So it is again standing at a strong multi-week resistance. So देखना ये है कि अभी 18,300 and 18,500, if at all are taken off, then we are headed towards 19,000 on a higher end, being an immediate, up move candidate. Otherwise, it has also taken a support at the lower end of the, rising channel, along with the confluence of 200 moving average. So अगर यहाँ से कुछ रिवर्सल कल या नेक्स्ट वीक में कहीं स्पॉट होता है, तो then we might see this retest of the trend line. These are the two possibilities or probabilities based on which we can plan our trades. So CNX IT is one of the only sectors which was demonstrating, strength on a relative basis last time when we discussed in episode 2. So उसमें भी इस time now it has shown, it has taken off, or it has shown some signs of reversal on a lower time frame, which we shared on Twitter, a couple of days back. And it is likely to test 21 DMA is what we were expecting based on the price action last week. And it came very nearby to that. For the same view, we shared it on Twitter as well around 5th of January. So this is what it was shared when, CNX IT was at around 38,609 with a probability to retest its 21-day moving average, which was coinciding around 37,564. And the very next day, it was retested. Around nearby to that was the day low. Still, we need to see further, based on the price action, how this is, demonstrating on next week. We are very much close to testing the 21-day moving average, as well as the strong pullback zone. From here, there might be some sort of pullback until unless we get a clear-cut confirmation of reversal. Tomorrow being all the major IT companies' results as well, TCS, Wipro, and so we need to plan the trade specific to this sector accordingly. The moves can be wild. Last time TCS results, as per, if my memory serves me correct, so we saw nearly 4 to 5% cut in TCS. So be wary of the IT sector trades tomorrow, specifically based on the results. Wild movements can be expected. So FMCG में भी कुछ खास नहीं हुआ है. FMCG वहीं 200 मूविंग एवरेज के पास ही टाइम पास कर रहा है अभी फिलहाल. And we are expecting some sort of, once price action gives a strong signal, we can think about trade in this specific sector. TNX Pharma ने initially show किया था last week में कि it has given us a breakout and still it is trading above 200 moving average, but it has shown some signs of pullback. So whether it holds 200 moving average or comes back to the lower channel is to be seen based on the price action next week. CNX Auto is showing the relative strength, has shown the relative strength last week. So 200 moving average support liye. So CNX Auto ke liye, right now this is a key supply zone, immediate supply zone which we can see. अगर इस जोन के ऊपर ये क्लोज देता है, if it gives a close of above 11,400, then we are most likely to see it reaching the upper trend line of the rising channel. So relatively, all the auto stocks seem to be bullish at this point in time, considering the price action. Reality is where we left last week. It has not given any significant move. It is again nearby to the lower trend line as well as the 200 moving average, giving a decent, opportunity to add in staggered manner the good businesses in this sector. So once any sort of reversal signals are confirmed, we can see this going to the upper uh, channel trend line around 580. So 100 points kind of index movement can happen in coming few weeks, if not the next week. So CNX small cap, that is the only index which has been, nearby to its all-time high and far away from 200 moving average, showing the relative strength. That is why we are seeing every day lot many small cap stocks hitting circuits or making new highs. So it is likely to outperform the benchmark indices based on the price structure at this point in time. So once this hurdle of 11,800 is taken off, it can start its next leg of uptrend, or else it can consolidate for a while in the same range. This being the support. Within this range, it can consolidate a bit more, or we can expect a fresh breakout on this. This is one of the strongest sector, strongest index as compared to the benchmark indices. So CNX mid cap. So mid cap is also showing the same relative strength, but it is again relatively far from its 52-week high or all-time high. So once this zone of 31,400 to 31,800 is taken off, we definitely are likely to see a fresh breakout on CNX mid cap as well. So this was a quick glance of sectoral observations for the coming week or couple of weeks. अभी कुछ ऐसे स्टॉक्स देखते हैं कि जो बहुत ही प्राइस एक्शन वाइज अच्छे लग रहे हैं इन शॉर्ट टर्म टू मीडियम टर्म. And whatever names are we going to discuss, they by any means should not be construed as any buy or sell recommendation. This is purely for educational purpose, what we are trying to share here, so that you can plan your decision making, entries, exits efficiently. So देखते हैं कुछ एक स्टॉक्स जो नेक्स्ट वीक के लिए अच्छे लग रहे हैं. So the first stock is Grasim. So Grasim has, again taken a support from its previous strong demand zone. Here it has taken, here it has taken, and nearby to this zone, again it has taken a support and bounced back decisively. So immediately जो resistance है वो 1807 के आसपास 1810 के आसपास है, which most likely as per the price action it is likely to take it off. So once it is taken off, the next immediate short-term probable milestone should be 1900 and a fresh breakout above it to all-time highs. So as per price action, volumes are also, giving that sort of confirmation for a likely up move. It's a likely up move can take it to the probable milestone of 1900 and fresh all-time high. तो दूसरा जो स्टॉक है जो कि बहुत स्ट्रांग लग रहा है चार्ट्स और प्राइस एक्शन के बेसिस पे इज एसआरएफ. सो एसआरएफ ने भी जो है इट इज लास्ट वीक में अपने प्रीवियस ऑल टाइम हाई को टच किया है एंड इसमें जो है वो राउंडिंग बॉटम काइंड ऑफ पैटर्न भी बनता हुआ दिख रहा है जो कि एक अच्छा बेस फॉर्मेशन का कंफर्मेशन है. सो अच्छा बेस बनाने के बाद में नाउ इट इज very much close to give a fresh breakout. So as per the price action, volume as well as momentum, prio, most likely we are going to see a fresh breakout on SRF in the coming few days or the coming week. So rounding pattern के हिसाब से the probable milestone turns out to be like 3000 in the medium term, and immediately in the short term we can see a probable milestone of 2700, 2700. in days to come. तो तीसरा जो स्टॉक है जो कि relatively strong है again is Dollar Industries from textile sector, which has got a decent tailwind. All the textile stocks are, on day-to-day basis are either claiming their 52 weeks high or are approaching their or making fresh all-time highs. तो यहाँ पे भी वो स्टोरी सेम है कि वॉल्यूम्स भी कंफर्म कर रहे हैं, मोमेंटम भी है, एंड सी दिस कैंडल, this Friday candle, which has taken off, bullish engulfing candle, which saw some sort of supply near the previous all-time high. So अगर इसको बड़े टाइम फ्रेम पे देखेंगे तो इट इज गोइंग टू गिव यू अ मल्टी ईयर ब्रेकआउट. सो ये जो जोन था फ्रॉम February 2018, सो काइंड ऑफ 3 years का ब्रेकआउट देखने को मिल रहा है, provided we close January above these levels. January close should happen above these levels once we will get that confirmation of a monthly breakout or a multi-year break. So probability of it is high based on volumes and momentum. So अगर वैसा होता तो pattern targets in the long term are kind of very good in terms of risk reward. So next जो है वो Redington, हम लोग काफी टाइम से I have shared it last month also. So it is on a verge of a fresh breakout. जो फ्राइडे का वॉल्यूम एक्शन है और मोमेंटम हैज बीन कंफर्म्ड, momentum is back. So based on that, if at all this price range right now, it is in a very tight range, trading for quite a while now, for a few months. So it is on a verge of breakout of this box consolidation. So once it gets taken off, maybe tomorrow or the next week, तो इमीडिएटली जो फर्स्ट आपको प्रोबेबल माइलस्टोन रहेगा, दैट इज अ प्रीवियस ऑल टाइम हाई ऑफ 178 और 180 bucks. और उसके बाद में इट कैन सी 200 इन अ क्विक मैनर, provided the broader markets are supportive, and it's also kind of a strong multi-year kind of breakout contender. So next in our queue is Asahi India. तो ये भी जो है वो वीकली चार्ट पे भी काफी अच्छा पैटर्न स्ट्रॉन्ग प्राइस एक्शन के बाद दिखा रहा है. यहाँ पे भी ये जो है कंसोलिडेट हो रहा है नियर द सप्लाई जोन और द रेजिस्टेंस, व्हिच इज अ वेरी गुड इंडिकेशन. मोस्ट लाइकली जो है इट इज अ कैंडिडेट ऑफ अ फ्रेश ब्रेकआउट इन द कमिंग वीक. वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग प्राइस एक्शन, वेरी अगेन वॉल्यूम्स एंड मोमेंटम बैकिंग इट अप. सो नेक्स्ट वीक में हम इसका भी फ्रेश ब्रेकआउट देख सकते हैं. And probable milestone here can be like 600 to 650 in the immediate short term. And last stock for our discussion today is Hindalco. So Hindalco के लिए I will first take you to the higher time frame picture. So Hindalco ने जो है that is shown the momentum as well as the volumes being kicking up in the past week. So kind of a double bottom pattern is also at play here. So यहाँ पे और यहाँ पे इसने दो बारी support लिए in the recent past, and it has been successful to give a weekly close above the previous multi-weeks strong resistance, which is in itself is a good indication for the uptrend to be resumed here. So once it breaches or takes off this Friday's high of around 495, then immediately the first probable milestone, it can be like 520, 525, and it is a probable very high probability low risk setup to reclaim its fresh all-time high, previous all-time high of 520, 550 plus, and make a fresh 52-week or all-time high from the metal sector. So I hope this analysis will help you in your decision making rather than being just punching a buy or a sell order based on this thing, which is now nowhere an intent of this analysis. So काफी request आता था. We will try to continue this weekly analysis going forward, which we started weeks back. So thanks all for viewing this or watching this video. Do share your feedback through comment section. And if it adds value to your learning curve, please do share it across and retweet about this. Thank you so much for joining. Thanks.